Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the Yes Initiative Conversation. Yes, we're about to get started. If you're live with us and you're watching me, you're seeing me, kindly drop in the comment section that you can see me and you are watching us live. Let me know where you are joining from. What part of Nigeria are you joining from? Drop it in the comments. Drop it. And if you're watching us from diaspora, also drop it in the comment. Let's know the location you are viewing this episode 3 of the Yes Initiative Conversation. Just so you know, the Yes is an acronym for Young Entrepreneurs Spotlight. Young Entrepreneurs Spotlight, which is a show to spotlight entrepreneurs that are doing amazing work in the entrepreneurial world. We've started since the first Tuesday of the month, and it's been an amazing ride all along. We've had episode 1, episode 2, and today is episode 3. And on the show today, we are having an amazing guest. She's popularly known as the Queen of Credit Alert, the Queen of Credit Alert. You want to learn how you can be having credit alerts every day from what you sell, from what you do. This is the conversation you should be listening to. This is the conversation you should be listening to. She'll be joining us in a moment. And while we wait for her appearance, I want you to feel at home, feel relaxed, and ensure to invite your friends and your enemies to be a part of this conversation. Tag them in the comment section, mention their names, because many people need to watch this show and learn from it. As we all know, the economy is no longer smiling as dollar keeps increasing. The rate of dollar to naira keeps increasing. So we need to learn different things that we can do as young entrepreneurs in order to scale up our income level. At least the daily expenses keep rising. Therefore, we need an income level that matches with our daily expenditures so that we will not go bankrupt. Do you understand? So invite a friend, tag them on this show, mention their names, and also tell us where you are joining us on this conversation. I'll be waiting for my guests, but before then, I am waiting to see your comments. It's like no one is live yet. Drop your comment, drop your comment, drop your comments. Our guest is here. Just drop your comment, drop your comments. It's about to get hot. It's about to get hot. I would like to see as many that are watching so that we can learn and learn and learn. Even me, I want to learn things that I can be doing other than one stream of income. I want to learn diverse things I can do to make money in this economy that we are. Because this day now, nobody wants to lend anyone money because it's not the economy is not smiling with everyone. So I want to learn. My guest is here with me. I'll be bringing her on board right now. So she's here. She's even here. All right. I'll be bringing her on board. Just watch out. All right. She's here. Wow. Welcome, ma. Welcome, ma. Welcome, ma.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Welcome,
hope you
my.
can hear me.
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you.
Okay.
Good to have you here. I'll be waiting for you. Dear
Oh,
viewers, I know I know you're watching us and it's about to get hot right now. Like I said, tag your friends, tag your enemies, mention their names in the comments, and share this post. Share it so that as many young ones and entrepreneurs watching us here, they can get a hold of what they can do in order to augment their income in this economy we have now. Because people are crying every day. Tinubu did this, Tinubu do that. But in the midst of this, there is always something that we can do as young ones in order to thrive, even in the harsh economy. So if we're waiting for the government to do one thing or the other for us, we might just wait till Jesus come and no solution will come. So we are the change we are seeking. We have to be that change that we are seeking in the world. So right here with me is an amazing young lady, just like I said. She's popularly known as the Queen of Credit Alert, the Queen of Credit Alert. She's going to be telling us so many things on how she has been able to pull through as one who no day passes by without her getting credit alert. You know the sound of credit alert is enough to cure malaria and typhoid in this economy that we are. All right, so Miss Rosemary, it's good to have you here. Welcome, ma.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's such an honor to be here as well.
It's a privilege to have you here too. Thank you for honoring my invite. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. How do you feel being here today, ma?
Super excited. I mean, the economic that's not near me, as in, because of what we already know. I'm sure everybody is feeling the pang of whatever that is happening right now. But trust me, with the kind of mindset I have, always positive, I feel great being here because I think a lot of people who will be participating or are already here participating in this session will leave here with a lot of hope as well. So I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for this platform and thank you for inviting me.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma. Thank you. It's a privilege. Thank you so much. Rachel is so happy. Rachel Kolosho, I can see you. She's happy and she's welcoming you on board. She's so excited. She can't wait to enjoy everything that you are going to dish out this afternoon. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. So it's about to get hot. Are you viewing us right now? Are you watching us? Just tighten your seatbelt because you're going to learn. You're going to learn. Like I said, even me, I want to learn. I need to learn different things and I have to do in order to thrive in this economy. Because if I come to somebody and I say, give me urgent to pay, you will not give me. You will not give me. So we are all able-bodied young entrepreneur, young ones. So we should be ready to do something profitable in order to make ends meet in this economy because no one is coming to your rescue. No one will do for you what you ought to do for yourself. So that is why we are here. Are you an entrepreneur and you have been thinking, oh, I've not been making sales, I've not been making money for my business, I've not been selling my products? This is the right place to be because you are going to learn what she has been doing that is giving her that daily credit alert. Then you can now implement it in your own business and see the change that comes afterwards. So thank you so much. Miss Rosemary, I'll get started right
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
So briefly, I'd like you to tell us about yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, very quickly, my name is Rosemary Chioma Obi, and just like you rightly said earlier, people know me very well because of Daily Credit Alert. I love money, so basically, I'm known as the Daily Credit Alert Queen, and of course, the convener Wealth Creation Conference. So they also say Queen of Wealth Creation because it has to do with money. But um, Rosemary Choma Obi is just a serial entrepreneur, a public speaker, a teacher, a coach on mindset and personal finance, a mentor to so many, and as well as the CEO of Rosemarine Global Nigerian Limited, a company that offers different services, that could actually lie on personal development. But above all of this, the main thing Rosemary does is to help individuals, entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs of very big companies, etc., who are very, very intentional about improving their finances to learn how to make the money, maintain the money, and multiply the money through daily credit alert for wealth creation. And how do they do this? By selling their brain, their knowledge, using digital products, brain packaged in digital products, possibly physical products, but digital product sells more now. And of course, having all of these products and services that can actually solve problems that are solution based, putting out there for the masses who have those problems that needs to be solved to get a hold of it, sell out shamelessly, make this money daily, and then build generational wealth. So Rosemary just helps you, gives you the blueprints, the secrets to daily credit alert, and lets you know how to upscale your market. That's what she does. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's an awesome one, man. That's an awesome one. And you said something that caught my attention. You said you are all about teaching people how to sell their knowledge, because it is when you sell your knowledge, what you know, that is when you can make money, and how you can convert your knowledge into digital products, which can as well give you daily credit alerts. I hope you got that. You got that point, dear viewers. I hope you got that particular point. So I believe that as you're watching us right here now, you have some knowledge in your head right now. You have something upstairs that you would like to convert into money. And she's right here now to teach you what you can do in order to turn your knowledge into profits. If I'm not mistaken, turn your knowledge into profit. That is how you can get daily credit alert. Ma'am Rosemary, someone is saying, Rachel is saying, you are beautiful, you are beautiful.
Now I'm actually blushing. I'm blushing really hard now.
She's saying you're beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Rachel. I'm very certain you are pretty as well, just like your name. Thank you.
Beautiful. Rachel is beautiful too. So thank you, Ma, for that. And dear viewers, you've just heard a tip of what she's into. Just a tip. I believe as we progress into this conversation, you get more into what she's into and the other things that she does, because I believe that she's not only into the daily credit a lot of the things. There are still other things that you know now. So I'm going to I'll walk you through that journey, and please be relaxed. Get your pen and paper. If you must write, please write, because you're going to write, you are going to, everything that is going to be shared here will be applicable in your business. And before you know it, give yourself some months, you will see yourself working in money, in profits, and you'll be glad that you were part of this conversation. Thank you so much. So, on to the next question.
Okay.
Madam Rosemary, how did this daily credit alert came about for you? Like, at what point did you sit down and say, "Oh, I think I have to do this. I have to do something that will be giving me daily credit." How did it come about? Because who knows? You didn't just start overnight. It's something that you started building from somewhere. So how did it came about, please?
Okay, I'm going to share just a very brief story on how I started this journey with the daily credit alert. So, I was a teacher for about 8 years. Of course, I grew from a class teacher to coordinator of what do you call it again? Extracurricular activities in schools. That was my very first promotion, anyways, after being a teacher, and then deputy head of school until I became a head of school. So that's to tell you that I had gotten to the peak of my teaching career, at least someone who's a head of school in Abuja, anyways. You know what that means. So the salary was not small, all right? But however, COVID happened, and before that time, I all I ever did was teach. I didn't know anything. In fact, I didn't even know what skill acquisition was. I didn't know I could do so many things at the same time. All I knew was just to teach, get the students ready. Even though as a teacher, I wasn't also a very regular teacher. I was a very big teacher who was balling. Of course, I had a car and I was making money. I wasn't just depending on my salary for the month. And it wasn't about being the head of school. It's about some other things I was doing. Like I had a public speaking academy for kids. I had extramural classes for kids. I had reading and spelling bee academy for kids as well. So all of these things parents would subscribe for their children, and I was always a very busy person. But however, when COVID happened, a lot of things stalled. We were not being paid. We know, all of us know the story, so let me not bore us with the whole COVID-19 experience. But I think while others were shouting there is a casting down, Rosemary was shouting, there's a lifting up, because that was when I discovered my true accent. Because after COVID happened, we were placed on the, what do you call it again? We were made redundant, kind of compulsory retirement. You will be coming to school, but you won't be getting paid. So if passion was the drive, you would stay and teach and not wait for salary. Salary may come 3 months later. They pay you once and all of that. So it was a struggle. The reason was all the monies that I had saved in that 8 months. We sat at home for 8 months. In that 8 months, we're under lockdown. It was gone. Why? I didn't have extra savings. I wasn't so big on investments per se. And then I had my younger ones who were living with me. I had 6 boys living with me in the house. And we're under lockdown, and hunger was dealing with us. So you can imagine that situation where it was just me and 6 boys who were taller than me, bigger than me. So they were consuming food as much as everything that I had ever saved as a teacher was gone by the time the 8 months was elapsing. But however, something happened. I started questioning God, after now, what else? Is this all Rosemary is worth? And then that voice said, you have always been more, but you never knew, or rather you refused to see that you could be more, that you're not less. So I went into retrospect. I started questioning. I started asking, what else can I do outside teaching? A friend of mine who I was having that conversation with referred me to one lady who had a community then. Then this community was not so rampant. So in that community, it was a teachers network kind of community. But then I said I didn't want the teacher thing again. Like, I was so pissed that I was done, because for government schools, they were still getting paid. But for private schools, somehow we were not being paid. They would only give you 20,000 naira for data. And that data is for, yes, the kids would subscribe. So you can still teach them online. There is no reason not to teach your children, even if you're not coming to school to school. So that wasn't funny. And that wasn't what I wanted at all. So when I was referred to that network, I spoke to the lady and I'm like, I don't want this teacher's thing. Is there something else I can do? And then she goes like, I like how you speak. So I think you can make a good public speaker, kind of. So would you want to train to become a public speaker and possibly start holding classes or something, just like what I'm doing? So I listened to her, and then she said, okay, so you have to be subjected to mindset coaching, because you have to start from there. You don't even know who you are. You just know that you're a teacher. But then there is more. So after listening to her, having that session with her, I paid for a clear session, trained on mindset, and niched down. It was during the niching down that I found out that my first strength was in personal finance. So that's how my personal brand came up on personal finance and mindset coach, because everything you have to do, talking about daily credit alert, starts with the mindset. You must believe that it's possible to earn daily before it will happen. If you don't believe, don't waste your time. So I went through that journey, and after 6 months, I was empowered enough to start what I was doing. And that was also my very first time being on social media, because even as a teacher, I had no business on social media. So I didn't come into this space until after COVID. So most people think I've been here for 10 years, but I'm only 3 years old. And then I have achieved a whole lot. And they're like, how? How? I said, okay, I went with a shortcut. I paid, I invested on personal development to be able to get where I am today, right? Then after that time, I said, okay, God, I've done this step, I've taken this step, but I was the next thing I have to do. Said, find it yourself. So I had to go into prayers. During that period was the Lenten season, just like we are now. I went on that 40 days Lent journey and discovery, purpose discovery, vision, everything that I needed to know to define who Rosemary is, right? After a while, I was in the hospital. Okay, then I had started the vintage fabric, because this is my brand. This is what I do. This is vintage. And so I had started buying vintage fabrics and selling and all of that. But it wasn't to give me the kind of money that I wanted. And then I wasn't also thinking about daily credit. I just knew I wanted money to keep coming so that I could take care of the responsibilities I had with myself. So it was at the hospital. I was on admission and something like that. I had really hustled so hard that period. I was always a baby girl, so I wasn't used to the streets. It was after COVID I came into the streets, the online space on Facebook and all of that. The stress put me down, and I was admitted for about 12 or 14 days. I can't remember exactly now. At the last day, when I was going to be discharged, that message dropped. Daily credit alert. Okay, I'm like, what's that? I don't even understand. Okay, it means you can actually make money every day. I'm like, oh really? Wow. Is that a miracle? This is the honest truth. So I just came. How can you make money daily from what you do? I thought about it a while. Then when I got home, it kept haunting me. And then I took my business serious, more serious than I used to. I started learning how to make posts daily, reaching out to more customers daily, doing a lot of other things I was doing daily. So instead of selling it to one customer, I found out that I could sell to two, three in a day. Usually it could be one a week, one, two in 2 weeks or whatever. But after I had thought about all of those inspiration I got in the hospital, I've implemented, and I found out that I could even make one sale. Like every day there was a sale, every day there was two sales, every day there was 5 sales. Oh man, I now thought of okay. People kept asking me, okay, how are you doing this? We've been here before you, but how is it that you're now selling every day? Because I would post it, post the screenshots, everything. Sales happened. 5 people bought things today, and I was excited. But one was always like maybe 1 to 2 days before that time. They would ask me and I would explain. So my coach came and told me as a self-care. He said, Rosemary, stop talking to everybody. Just put this thing in a book. Yes, this experience you've gone through, this journey you have been through. What about becoming an author? Can you think of putting a book, package it, and so it makes it a lot easier? When people come to you to ask you this question, you refer them to the book and it makes it a lot easier. So you won't keep repeating yourself over and over again. And it was boom, I did that. That's how I authored my first book, The Transition, because I had to tell them the story of my journey moving from 9 to 5, that's a teacher, into entrepreneurship, how I was able to do that and succeeded, right? That was my very first book, and that is it. The Transition. I authored this. It started selling. Of course, I had to launch it. I launched, and then I made some money extra. Oh, wow, this is a good business. I could do more. Then the vintage fabrics at one point, sales dropped because I had become distracted. I had started doing MC for people, birthdays, book launch, name it. I was also distracted because I had started doing public speaking. I had spoken at some communities, some women communities, teaching them a woman with her own money, teaching them entrepreneurship, teaching something. So almost every day I was not busy. So my business on that other side was already struggling. That means there was no structure. I had to learn structure. Employ 3 staff to start managing that. Then my brothers who were at home were also part of it. So they had learned how to cut these fabrics and sell. After I had structured, I also noticed that sales did not improve. Why? Something was lagging. I started doing random offers. Why are you not buying this again? And they said, well, the last time we bought, our tailors failed fit. The last time we bought, they didn't give us the style we wanted. The last, so it meant there was a problem and I needed to solve that problem. What was it? Employ people who can sew clothes. Buy machine, open up a sewing outlet. When these guys buy this fabric, offer the option of you making it for them. Or even a ready-made, do it and keep it there. Display, they buy it and they move away. I tried it and it worked. I got the machine set up in my house. I started in my house first. I employed 2 staff, a male and a female. So the guy was concerned on the one of the male. He sold male outfits. The lady was doing that of the female. And before you knew it, sales picked up again. Okay, so now I'm making money from MC job, sometimes the public speaking, and then the books I was already selling. The fabric was also selling. I had customers who wanted to sew. That's 5 things in one. So there is no how one day will pass and 2 of these things will not give me money. But I still felt okay, let's still do more. I noticed a third challenge, which was the, what do you call it? the delivery part. So when they make this purchase, they want you to deliver it. Some of them wanted even to be laundry, to be dry cleaned before you deliver to them. What did I do? I borrowed idea again. I said, okay, it's time to open up a laundry shop where they can be dry cleaned, packaged, and delivered. Initially, I was using these delivery guys, these bike guys, and all of that. But sometimes when you call them to come and deliver to a client or a customer, it may take them like forever. They just keep telling you, Madam, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, kind of. But I never get here. 1 hour is gone. And I said, okay, sometimes I'm free. I mean, why can't I just maybe bring out one day in a week, say Tuesday or Wednesday, and say it's delivery day? I have a car. I can do Uber, right? Well, let's see how it works. I tried it the first time, picked all my customers' clothings, and personally went to do the delivery by myself. When they see me at their gate, they're excited. Wow, Rosie Vintage, you came and delivered. Oh, amazing. You know, I had fun doing that. So I now had to start doing videos of when I take those fabrics from the house, put it in the car, my brother will be recording me, and then I go for delivery. I come back. It was exciting. Okay, this is what I can do. I don't need a rider anymore. I can do this by myself, right? It became a business. And then I factored it into what I was doing. So if you buy the fabric, we can make it for you. It's optional. And then if we're making it for you, I will do an irresistible offer for you. I'll tell you that I'm delivering for free. People like to hear free things, right? So I'm delivering for free. And delivering for free means I've also laundry or dry cleaned it. So, but the truth is, I would factor the amount or a fee. You see, if I was to charge you 15,000 to make this, I would charge you 20,000, but you wouldn't know. So I'm giving you, okay, it's 20K. However, these are the bonuses. These are the freebies. These are the things that it's coming with. I'm delivering for free, and it's laundry, it's dry cleaned. And you're excited. You think you've gotten it at a steal because I mean, you just ordered and it's placed perfectly, and business picked up again. Everybody likes that part. And then I also had fascinators, for the ladies. I had fascinators, something you can wear on your hair like this, like what I'm wearing on my hair now, right? I attach it to it. Some for the guys, I had pen, I put it there. So there was something that was the attraction. Business picked up again. So whichever one, if you just want the fabrics, okay, you want us to do the full package, okay. Every of them had something attached to it. So when that business blossomed, then I found out what I had done. I had to document that journey. And that was what made me think about what to do first. You must be selling something if you want to actually make money every day, right? It made sense. Okay, but what does it mean? It means that every human being, as long as you're living and you have breath in you, you have a market in you. And what does that actually tell you? Before you can desire daily credit alert, you must be selling something. You cannot expect daily credit alert to fall from heaven. No, man, gone are those days where manners fall from heaven. So you must sell something, a product or your service. And I even go as much as preaching it. I call it STOPKE. STOPKE. It's an acronym I coined so that I always remember what you have to sell to be able to make money daily. So the S stands for your skill. Everybody has a skill. You find it, hone it, or learn and sell it. You have a talent, hone it, learn something around it, just use it and sell. You have obsession. There's something you're obsessed about. I'm obsessed about what I do as a teacher and as a public speaker. So even when the money is not there, there's always a drive. And obsession is higher than passion. Passion, actually, you can give up. Like as a teacher, I wasn't obsessed about teaching. I was only passionate about teaching. If I was obsessed, I would have still been stuck in the teaching industry till now, whether COVID happened or not. But passion is a weaker vessel. So it made way for obsession, right? So with obsession, I'm not obsessed. If I was obsessed as a teacher, I would have still been teaching. So obsession is stronger than passion. So, but of course, everybody has something they're obsessed about. Everybody also has something they're passionate about. So these are things you can think about around what are you most passionate about? What can you be tapped and asked to teach on or provide a solution to, and you will not struggle. So you find it, then you look at your K, which is knowledge. What do you know? There is something Maureen knows that Rosemary does not know. There's something Rosemary knows that Maureen doesn't know. So we can teach each other. What is it? It does what it takes is package it, is your brain, package your brain and sell it shamelessly. Because I mean, nobody knows an expert, a silent expert. So if you keep quiet about what you know, nobody's ever going to know that you know it. So most times it's ignorance that makes us not to know that, not, that we know enough to make us money daily, right? And then the last on that stop K is the expertise or experience. That's the E, right? And everybody, if you just have to get a skill, maybe devote 1 to 3 hours on that skill every other day. If you bring out 6 months and say, in the next 6 months, I want to be so good at this skill, and then over time you practice, you become an expert. When you become an expert, that's when you can sell your expertise. A coaching session, it could be webinar, it could be, and just like even what you're doing now, Maureen, this is something that if it was a paid conference or event or a webinar, you'd be making money out of it. So this, it takes a lot to do what you're doing right now. There is the part of passion, there's a part of obsession, and it's still your idea that came from your knowledge. So all of that is what has birthed what you're doing, because it's not everybody that can do this. So I must first commend you on this. This is part of what I'm talking about. You're already experienced in this. This is expertise. You're giving out what you have and all of that. So when you do stop care, you know that you must sell what you have. When you have decided to sell, you don't just sell like every random person. Be mad about selling. Just go all out, make all the noise. If people feel that you're making too much noise or that your light is shining too much, that you should dim it, no, give them shades or goggles, whatever it is that they can use. Let them cover their eyes so they will stop seeing too much. But never dim your light for anybody. That when they say you're making, because if you don't make that noise, how are you going to sell shamelessly? All of that idea was what bettered this book. Sell it shamelessly. So every strategy you have to know, to use, everything. I had to document my journey for 2 to 3 years here. Every experience I had that taught me how to sell is what is in this book. So when I was ready, I had to look for a master who was already doing what I wanted to do, which is a mechanobis. And I sent him the manuscript and I said, sir, please, can you look at this and see if it's going to make it out there as a bestseller? And when he was done, he was elated about it. He wrote the foreword for this book. And when I read his commendation about this, in fact, he was the one who came, he was the book reviewer himself. They had to fly in from Port Harcourt to Abuja to do the review for this book. And ever since then, it's been selling non-stop. But then it has a sister, because it's not just enough. Why do you have to sell shamelessly? There's a reason you should sell shamelessly, right? Anyways, the answer is not far-fetched, because that was what birthed this. So when you sell shamelessly, you will definitely attract daily credit alerts. So without selling, please don't desire this one. And also for transition, you must know your niche. You must have carved out, have a clarity session, done all of that, brought out yourself, and know this is the direction I'm going to. I enjoy what I'm doing because it came from first the place of clarity and purpose of vision, right? And so it's a lot easier. I can talk about it over and over again. So after all of this, I had to document it, and then I started training on daily credit alert. In fact, the most important aspect, or no, the most interesting aspect of what I do now is I have come to understand that no matter who you are, no matter what you do, whether you're a sit-at-home mom, an entrepreneur, a business owner, a serial entrepreneur, whatever you are, even a student, you can actually make money daily. And it's so simplified because there is something you know that the next person do not know. So it's simple. Sell your brain for credit, daily credit alert, and you keep smiling to the bank. That's it. Thank you.
That was an amazing story. Like, it's just like the story shouldn't end. I was enjoying every bit of the story. I even had to write down some points from what you shared, and I must say, behind every glory there is a story.
Yeah.
Many people admire the glory, but they fail to ask about the story. And so sweet to know that there are so many stages that you have passed through in getting to where you are today. And I also got to understand that you are into dry cleaning, you are into fashion, like you sew. Like, I was only interested in his daily credit alert. My mind was okay, maybe it's the boot sales, and you're getting all these daily credit alerts. But I'm amazed to know that you are into dry cleaning business, even fashion designing. I must commend you, ma. You are a multi-purpose woman. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And part of what you said in your story, you said find yourself. You mentioned about finding yourself after you after the COVID-19, and while everyone were complaining that no money, no money, the economy, this economy, that your brain was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What more can I do? What can I do to get daily credit alert? Because there are people depending on your own income. There are people depending on your income for you to thrive, for them to thrive as well. So you started thinking, they were complaining, and you were saying in the midst of scarcity, there will be abundance for you. And that is when your brain went to work. And you talk about finding yourself in that process. You ask question, what can I do? Finding yourself. That is so searching. You found yourself, and when you find yourself and you, okay, this is what I want to do. The next thing on your mind is, okay, I have to get trained. I have to get trained. It's one thing to be talented, and it's another thing to be skilled. It's another thing to be skilled. You can be talented but not skilled. People will not pay you because you have talent. They are paying you because you are skilled and you can provide solution. And that is exactly what you did. You went into training, you got trained, and you know, okay, you gain expertise along the line. And that is what has brought you to this point you are. While you were doing soul searching, you also met somebody. I believe that person should be your mentor. You met somebody and the person told you that you cannot make money unless you work on your mindsets, right? I
Yeah.
started working on your mindset. Yeah. You started believing that, okay, it takes my mind to be able to get make money in this, in that. And you started revamping your mindset, which has led you to the woman that you've become today, and the woman you will also become tomorrow. You also said something, obsession is higher than passion. Obsession
Mm-hmm.
is higher than passion. That is the key
Mm-hmm.
word for me today. Obsession is higher than passion. That means you can be passionate, but if you're not obsessed about that thing, you will soon find yourself frustrated on that journey, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm also of the opinion that passion does not pay bills.
At all.
Passion does not pay bills. Profit does. So until your passion starts fetching you money, you are on a long thing. You still have a long way
Yeah.
to go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you also mentioned something, package your brain and sell it. Until you package what you have in your head, you cannot make money from it. There is a book that says sell or beg. Is it sell or beg also? Sell
Yeah.
or beg. If you don't
Yeah.
sell, you will beg, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have something you're selling, you will beg. And you also mentioned expertise, your experience, those things that you're very good at, your knowledge, you put them into use, and before you know, you start providing solution with these things that you know. And before you know it, credit will start coming, because when you offer solution, definitely there will be an exchange. You give what you know, you get an exchange of currency, right? So that is where you also mentioned you should also go all out. Go all out about selling. Are you listening to us right now? And you're afraid of what people will say, or what people will think about you. When you show up, you say, "Oh, I don't want so person to know that I'm online. I don't want so person to say that I'm doing too much." And you crawl back into your shell. My dear, by the time you go broke tomorrow, that person that you're afraid that will talk will not bail you out. That person will not come to your rescue. That person will not give you food to eat. And if you go to that person for urgent 2K, the person will tell you, first of all, tell you the story of his life or the story of your life before before he or she can help you. So neglect putting people at the center of your shameless marketing. As you can see, she mentioned it, sell it shamelessly. Until you sell shamelessly, nobody will know what you are into. Can you lit up a candle and hide it under the bushel and expect it to give light onto the room? It cannot be possible. You have to go out there, shine your light, talk about what you do. Until you talk about it, nobody will know what you are into. Thank you so much, Madam Rosemary, for that awesome story you shared with us. And I must say, I enjoyed it and I learned so much from it. Thank you, ma. And if I must say, you have actually answered most of my question in your story. You've actually answered most of my question. The next question I'm about to ask, you've answered it, but let me just pop it up there. My viewers are watching. They're saying word, 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 word. They're enjoying it. Toyin, please help us share this post. Share it with your friend, share it with your enemy, tag a friend, tag and mention somebody name that needs to watch it. Are you an entrepreneur watching us right now? And you are just thinking, what can I do? What can I do? Look at a head teacher here, from head teacher to who she is today. Oh my God. If you are not thinking of the next thing you want to do in order to make money in this Tinubu regime, don't say I did not tell you. Don't say I did not tell you now. Share this post, tag your friend, mention where you are joining from. Are you in Abia? Are you in Abuja? Are you in Lagos? Are you in Delta? Are you in Imo State? Are you in Enugu? Anywhere you are, please drop it in the comment that you are watching us from this place. And please, there's one rule for this game. If there's anything you are learning from this conversation, drop it in the comment. Oh, this particular point hits me so hard. I want to see the highlights from your session. Just drop it and we'll go through it later. Thank you very much. Madam Rosemary has already answered the next question, but let me still ask. I asked, how do you feel each time you get daily credit alert from your product? You've already answered it. You said you feel happy, right?
The
You said you feel
experience
happy.
is
The
not
experience is
explainable.
not
It's not,
explainable.
there
It's
are
not,
things you can't
there are
explain
things
how
you
you.
can't explain
Okay,
how.
something
Okay,
happened recently. I
something
actually
happened
thought
recently. I
that
actually thought
I
that
had seen
I have
all
seen
about
all
daily
over,
credit
all
alert. Like
about
I'm just,
daily credit
when you're
alert.
too
Like I'm
familiar
just,
with
when you're
something,
too familiar with
they've gotten to
something,
that point where
they've gotten
every
to that
morning when
point
you wake up,
where
you know
every
there's
morning when
one
you wake
alert
up,
that has
you know
already
there's
come,
one alert
a
that has
sale
already
has
come.
been made
A
or
sale
something.
has
Then
been
during the
made
day,
or something.
your
Then
phone
during
is
the day,
beeping and then you
your
already know
phone is
what's
beeping
happening.
and then
So
you
it's very
already know
helpful
what's happening.
to
So
check what
it's
has
very
come
careful
and you're happy.
to check what has
But
come in
this
and you're
year,
happy.
of course, that's
But
what it
for
was
this
like in
year, of course, that's what it
2021,
was like in
2022,
2021,
2023.
2022,
But 2024,
2023.
something
But
different happened for
2024,
me.
something different
My
happened for me.
accountability partner
My
challenged me.
accountability partner
He said,
challenged me.
see,
He
bruh,
said,
babe, you've
see,
done
but
a
babe,
lot.
you've done
You
a
already know
lot.
a lot. In
You
fact,
already know a
you
lot.
are
In fact,
doing, and
you are
currently I do
doing,
10
and
things.
currently I do 10 things.
I've always been big
I've always
on
been big on
extra income
extra
streams.
income streams.
I've always been big on that. I don't believe in jack of all trade and master of none, because usually they don't tell you the full meaning of that statement. They usually stop at you are just jack of all trade, master of none. They don't tell you that the complete sentence tells you that. But oftentimes, that jack of all trade can be a master of one, or oftentimes better than a master of none. So it's deep. I think it's William Shakespeare that said this, right? When I realized that towards the end of last year, so now I used to shy away. I actually had an ebook that I wrote on so many things you can do, that extra income streams that can help you make more money from what you're doing. Whether you're a teacher, there's a lot more you can do on the side. Some call it side hustles. But until I found out the meaning, the complete sentence, I now knew that I shouldn't have even hidden that book when I wrote it, because people were like, no, 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 no. You don't have to preach that. Why would you be telling somebody do so many things at the same time? The truth is this: you can do so many things at the same time if you have structure. People struggle not to succeed in different things that they're doing because they don't have a structure to it. Now, I'm here doing this. I have boys who are working for me. For the vintage fabric, I do vintage fabric. That's number one. That was what the very first business I started was the vintage. What I'm wearing, this is my product. This is what I do. In fact, in the last 2 to 3 years, I cannot remember wearing something else. If you come to my wardrobe, 90% of what I wear, 95% of what I put on is my brand, right? So it's like that. I would, I had to train my younger ones So when I travel for speaking gigs or other businesses I go for, I'm not at home, but people still come to buy. Why? They now know what to do. In fact, they sell better than me. One of the boys, if you come and he's selling to you, even if you made up your mind not to buy anything, you will be forced. You won't know when you buy even more than what you wanted to, kind of. So they are good now. So I don't have any business with that fabric. All I do is place an order when I've exhausted the ones I have. So they keep records. I know what has come in. I know what goes out. When we're running out of stock, I restock. It is their business to sell it. The sewing outlets, I don't know how to sew, but I had to hire people who sew. We had a commission-based business. For every fabric they make, there's a certain amount they take home, right? So the other, some of them, okay, two are on salary monthly, but that salary still has to, feed them once a month, once a day, and give them transport outside the salary. So we have different payment agreements and all of that, and it's working for us. We've been doing this since last year. Okay, that's number two. So there's a fabric sales, there is the sewing outlet. Number three thing is the laundry service, right? It's there. The fourth one is the Uber driving. Yes, I'm an Uber driver too, but I do basically exclusive services. So some of my clients know if they have somebody coming in from probably outside Nigeria, or they need me to pick up someone from the airport, they just call me. They already know the fee. They don't stress me. I go pick up your clients, go drop wherever, get my money, and we're good. Sometimes it could just be as little as, can you help me deliver this document to this office? I come to your house, pick up the document, and go and deliver, right? So that's four. So people who know, but I am an Uber driver, and I've never kept quiet about it. It's just I don't do regular everything, just on exclusive, right? Sometimes I get these big clients, and when they hire me, they could keep me for 1 week. So for that 1 week, I'm dedicating to, you know how much it will be. With all pleasure. What I do myself do, I'm not working for anybody. I have all the time in the world, right, to do whatever it is. So that's number 5. And then I'm an author. My books are selling. My physical books are selling. That's 6. And I have coaching sessions. I have mentorship sessions. I have other things that I do online at number 7. Number 8, I'm a public speaker. I speak at stages on different topics that are related to personal finance, right? That's number 8. Number 9, I'm an MC. I'm an event host. I run Compare. I host events. I do red carpets, and I MC at events. That's 9. Then at number 10, I am a project manager, event management. So there's the conferences, all my conferences. I think I've had about 4 different conferences, right? 3 book launch, as in very big book launches. Last year was Wealth Creation Conference, right? That's the 4th one. So this year will be the 5th conference. If I even has 2, I'm doing both virtual and physical, right? So that's to tell you that I already have experience when it has to do with conferences and events, whatever that is around that. That's 10. So the 11th one I added this year. Before the 11th one, none of these businesses are struggling. Everybody is minding. The tailors know what to do. The boys at home know what to do. The only place I show my face is my public speaking. I cannot send somebody to go represent me, right? And of course, the MC. But then I still have a team that I work with. For the event management, I have a team I work with. So when I take up an event, I outsource. In my team, I have a photographer, I have a DJ, I have a decorator, I have a food person, a caterer, I have videographer. So there's a media, everything, a full package for events is there. The only thing I handle at that event is the MC job, but I would have supervised. So I play a supervisory role and make sure that we all deliver, so your event goes seamlessly. So that's on that part. But for the public speaking, it has to be me. I can't send anybody to represent me. That's the only way I can say I'm always conscious of it. That's the brand. I'm building a brand, and I'm intentional about the things I put out there just to protect my personal brand. But for my business brand, there's a structure running it. I'm not always there. Sometimes I travel for 2 weeks. I'm not at home, but I still make money. How does it happen? So the 11th thing I now did was to add what my accountability to said, just do the digital products thing. And I thought it was a joke, right? But then December 20th or thereabouts, I started talking about daily credit alert secrets video course. It was a joke. But then I created a wait list for pre-order. The first day, one person paid 5,000 naira. The second day, two people paid, and I had 15,000. The third, that'd be the fourth day, three people paid. So by the time December was ending, I already made over 100,000 from a course I've not created. I don't even know what the course would look like. No, it was just a random joke I put out there. How would you like to buy this video course that tells you about my secrets for daily credit alert and something like that? People started paying for something they have not seen. And because it was a pre-order, they were pre-ordering, wait list was. I was like, so I told my friend, you know, you've put me into trouble. He said, how? You have collected people's money. So you say you have brand and your credibility is at stake. Go and create that course. However I want to do it, just find a way and go and create the course. Do you know? And because we had put a date for launch, I was now more responsible. I had to fulfill it. I didn't want to, stain my credibility or the brand I have struggled to get to a certain extent. At least 3 years in this space. I know some people have done 10, 15 years, and I have gone way, way, way beyond them. But then I had to be careful. And I told my friend, look, I'm ready. He said, give me your scripts. Let's create a slide and let's get this done. So the launch was supposed to happen on 10th January. So by the time December ended, I was looking at just 10 days to launch this product that I have collected over 100,000 from people's money, people's 5,000 naira. Rosemary. So I became very skeptical. I became apprehensive. I became nostalgic. I was feeling, okay, should I start calling them to start returning these monies? I haven't done this before. But the truth is this, let me tell you something. You do not know how far you can go until you are stretched. You don't know how far. You don't even know what you carry until you get to that point where you begin to question your essence. You don't really know who you are. You don't know how much capacity you have until there's a reason to start, can I do this or not? And at that point, trust me, there are demons that will fight you to suppress you, not to get that result. If you're a person of greatness, if you're a greatness carrier, those obstacles will be there in form of distractions, in form of procrastination, in form of everything that you just be like, okay, most of the things that were happening to me then, those voices, I couldn't down them. They kept telling me, Rosemary, you cannot do this. Just go and return people's money. Just go and return people's money. And I was almost hailed in to that voice. But after a while, my friend said, no, you can't do this. Do you know that course? We created it 3 days to the launch. That thing was supposed to happen on the 10th. On the 7th, and I started sharing behind the scenes. That was when I knew that, you see, this thing is not for the faint-hearted. It may look impossible, but there is a possibility at somewhere around it. You just remove the I am and then see the possibility there. 3 days, we created that masterpiece. So I started sharing behind the scene, and when I saw that, it was really, really, and trust me, a day before the launch, we made more sales than we had made all along. I think a day before the launch, we had more than 10 people pre-ordering. And I'm like, what is happening? So on that 10th, like promised, we launched it. It's a video course. We now left it. 10K. About 2 people bought that day we pre-ordered. The next day, it started selling more. However, somebody contacted me from Obodo Ibo. I don't know anybody in those Obodo Ibo places. Said, please, do you have, how can I get this course? I looked at my friend and I said, we didn't even make provision. That's when we realized we've not even hosted this course on Seller. As in, like, we didn't even remember the people in outside the country. We were just like, so you see, you're a global citizen. You don't even know. Now, people abroad are looking for your course. And there and then, we start looking for how to create. The seller thing was not working. She tried all the, as many times as possible. The link was not working. I don't know what the problem is. She asked us if we had USD. That was my first time going to look for USD account. Waiting concern dollar. I did not know I can earn in dollar now. I just did my normal Nigerian and was drinking water, minding my business. Somebody had to activate that mindset that is possible. We want to buy from Republic of Congo, and the other one is in Canada, There and then, I had to use my friend's dollar account. We sent the dollar account. By the time we knew what was happening, the next day, gang, you made one sale on Seller. 10,000 something something, but it was in dollar. When they converted it and sent it, it got to me at 13,000 naira. That's the cost I'm selling 10,000 in Nigeria. Ndi obodo Ibo paid and bought it, and it got to me at 13,000 plus naira. I'm like, Jesus, is this how this thing works? So now, me, I'm not joking with digital products. I used to think I had daily credit, but for the fact that the market has gone beyond Nigeria and is in the global, people outside the country are now buying something I played with. I didn't spend 1 naira to create that digital product, but it has made me over 300 to 400,000 in a space of, this is literally, was launched 10th January, where on today is 19th. So in a space of just 1 month and a few days, see where it is. And I'm not even marketing it like myself. I've not even had time to push it. But what I have done now is to create other ebooks and extra video course. These are bonuses I'm going to attach to this product. You can imagine people were buying this product without bonuses, without freebies, nothing. So when I now attach these extra value packed books and video, then run Facebook ads, I will come back and testify. Don't worry, I'm working on that one. So the truth is, the
The truth
excitement I
is,
have
the
now
excitement I
is
have
much
now
more
is
bigger than,
much
you know,
more
when I used to laugh, if I could
bigger
just do
than,
like
you
this.
know, when I still have it, I could just
Now
do
I
like
do.
this. Now I
This
do.
is, I'm laughing loud,
I'm
and that's how
laughing
big the
loud,
money is. So I am
and
I
that's
can
how
super
big the money
excited
imagine.
is.
about
So
it.
I am
And of course, it can
super
happen for
excited that
everybody.
it
You
can
just have to
happen.
be
I,
And of
intentional
course, it can
about it.
happen for everything. You just have to be intentional about it.
I can
That
imagine that feeling of getting consistent credit alerts from your products. The joy of every business person is to make sales. The joy of every business person is to make sales. The moment you hit a sale like this, it's just like, wow, you've just won a jackpot. What's the essence of being in a business and you're not making money? What's the essence? You soon feel frustrated. But I'm glad you took us down a beautiful storyline on how your different products have really helped you on this journey. And I can imagine that feeling of excitement when you hit a sale, when you get that credit alert, the down in your account. You've just made a sale. And I know how seller used to do that, their email. They'll just give you they'll give you a caption. You've just made a sale or something like that. And like an emoji there dancing. All like you are really an embodiment of awesomeness. One woman doing, you see, 13, like 13 things that are giving you money. If this one did not give you, the other one will give you. At least in a day, out of 13 of your services and products, at least 5 should give you credit alerts in a day. At
That's
least
good.
5 consistently.
that's good. Mm-hmm.
In this life, we just have to put our creative thinking cap on and think of what we want to do, even in the midst of scarcity in the economy. Because in this same scarcity in Nigeria, people are building houses, right? People are buying lands, people are buying cars, people are flying, going on vacations and doing different things for them, enjoying life. Then we do not have two heads. If only we can put our heads down and think on what we can do. There are problems in Nigeria that is begging for solution. There are problems in Nigeria that are begging for solution. If we can just think, okay, what is rampant? What are people asking? Just go on Google now. Type what are people asking about? You will see many things dropping. You will see many options dropping down. Okay, people want to know about this. People want to know about this. People want to know about this. Just ask the question on Google. Google will give you options. And before you know, you can get an idea of what you can run with. My advice for us is that just find a good problem. A good problem is that problem that the majority have a high demand for. A good problem is a problem that majority have a high demand for. It's better to do something that people will need than do something that only you will need. It is when people are buying from you, you can make money. Thank you, Ma'am Rosemary, for taking us through that insight and letting us know that there is always excitement that comes with hitting a sale. Talk more of 10 sales, 20 sales, 30 sales, 100 sales. You blow, man. So I must say that you've even answered most of my questions. I keep saying this. You keep hitting it hard, 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 hard. You keep going in depth in your in your answering. And the next question, you've actually answered that. I know you are into so many projects, you are into many things already. And I would have loved to ask, how are you able to manage all these things together without the other clashing on the other, like without one clashing on the other? Briefly, man. Tell us how you're able to manage these many things you are doing and one is not clashing with the other.
It's very simple. I already said that
It's very
earlier.
simple.
It's
I already said
structure.
that earlier. It's
My business
structure.
is structured.
My business is structured.
Everybody I work with, my staff,
Everybody
my
I
entire
work with,
staff,
my staff,
know
my
what
entire
to
staff,
do.
know
We
what
know
to do.
our
We know
output.
our
We
output.
know
We
and
know
expected for every month.
and
I don't
expected
even
for
do
every
monthly
month.
these days. I
I
do
don't even do
weekly.
monthly these days. I
And
do
so, like I
weekly.
said, some of them are on
And so, like I
commission.
said,
So
some
they
of them
already
are
know
on
that if they
commission.
don't
So
make
they already
sales,
know that
they're
they
not
don't
going
make
to
sales. They are
get a
not
lot of
going
money.
to
All right.
get a lot of
So,
money.
and
All right.
also,
So,
most
and
of my
also,
products are
most
on
of my
affiliates.
products are on
Like my
affiliates.
vintage product is on
Like my vintage
affiliates.
product
People
is on
are selling
affiliates.
them
People
and
are
making
selling
commission
them
out of them. So I
and
don't
making
struggle so
commission out
much.
of them. So
My
I don't struggle
books
so much.
are
My
on
books
affiliates. I
are
have
on
an affiliate
affiliates.
in
I
nowhere. I
have
have in Port
an
Harcourt,
affiliate in nowhere. I
right?
have in
And
Port
all of that.
Harcourt,
So
right? And
I
all of
also do
that.
not
So I also do not
just keep
um,
them myself,
just
doing it
keep them
myself. I
myself, doing
literally
it
don't do
myself.
anything
I
myself
literally don't do
because
anything
I have
myself
trained my staff
because I have
to be
trained my staff
productive.
to be
So, and I
productive.
was able to
So,
achieve
and
that
I was
because I
able
put
to
a
achieve
structure to
that
everything
because I
I
put a
do.
structure to
I'm
everything I
here
do.
right now. They're
I'm
working in
here
the
right now.
shops,
They are
right?
working in the
And I also
shops,
have
right? And
schedule for everything that I do. Like today, I've been at two different sessions for my what do you call them? My mentees. I had two sessions with my mentees. And then after now, by 2 p.m., I have a training with some of my volunteers for my upcoming conference. And the part of publicity is what we're looking at for what we want to do even for that conference, right? Then afterwards, I have another coaching session at 5 with another coach. So I do more of coaching sessions because it's me, that's my personal branding on personal finance and mindset. I've always told my people one thing: nobody was born poor. So until you begin to have that mindset that you were not born poor, we were all born human. Like my mentor will tell you, we're all born human, only that we inherited poverty one way or the other. And we could not help it. So we don't question God for being where we are. So when you realize that the Nigerian economy may be bad, terrible, people are dying, but the world's economy is not broken, is not halted. There's nothing happening to the world economy. It's the Nigerian economy. So, but if you begin to affirm, God forbid, everything is hard, okay, how will we survive? It will start affecting you as a person. So, but with that mindset that whatever business you put out there will survive, as long as there's a structure and as long as you're intentional with what you're doing, it will go. Because I don't struggle to meet up with any of them. Everybody knows when to deliver what they have to deliver. Everybody has a deliverable. Everybody knows how to run what, because I'm sorry to say, but no apologies. I'm a perfectionist. My executive assistant knows, all the people who work with me know. There is no shortcut to any. It has to be excellent or not. It has to be there. So, but before I take you into the team, I must teach you, I must train you, I must tell you how it works. So it makes it a lot easier. So there are a lot of things that people may think I should go and do. My team, my executive assistant alone can go and represent me, and you would think I'm the one who did it. So I had already taken away the stress or whatever it is that I have to go from. I'm big on training. So I train them, show them the structure, sell the vision to them, they buy it, and then we all run with it. That's how simple it is.
I hope you can hear what she said. She said structure, structure. There are places that she doesn't have to be there physically before the operations will run. But then it keeps going and she keeps making the money. What are the structures you are putting in place in your business? You have a team that does most of the work that is expected without having you physically present there. So you should think about having a team to work with, having a structure in place, because you cannot do it alone. You need to leverage on human power. You need to leverage on the capacity of your team members. That is when you can achieve more. Together, everyone achieves more. That is what team is. So if you are the one that feel that you want to make all the money all alone, you don't want to share the money with any other person, then you might have to struggle for a long time in order to get jobs done. And yet you will face challenges because you won't be meeting up with deadlines of clients. So you should consider having a team to work with, and also set structures that can even help you do the work even while you are away. If she chooses to stay off from her work, her business for 1 month, I believe the business will still keep running because she has already set the structures in place that helps the business to thrive. Thank you, Madam Rosemary, for sharing such a wonderful insight with us. Dear viewers, I believe you are learning. Ume Collins is saying he's enjoying it. He said he loved the session, he's catching Rema from it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you have shared this post. If you have not shared it, if you have not mentioned a friend, please do so. Someone has to listen to this and learn from what we are sharing. All right, on to the next question, Madam Rosemary. Have you ever had a time where you did not make any credits in one day? Has there ever been a time that you did not get a credit alert? If yes, how do you feel?
Yes. When I started out early,
Yes,
of course, I
when
didn't
I
start
started
immediately
out
and started
early, of
getting
course, I
money.
didn't start
It's
immediately
not.
and
It
started
wasn't
getting money.
possible. I made a
It
lot of
wasn't
mistakes.
possible.
I lost
I made a lot
money.
of mistakes.
There were
I
a lot
lost
of
money.
rejection. Sometimes
There
I
were a
take
lot of
this product to
rejection. Sometimes
people
I
and they
take
say
this
sorry,
product
I
to
don't need
people
it.
and they say sorry, I don't
I
need
had
it.
to
I
train my
I
mind
have to
to
train
start
my mind
accepting,
to start
or rather,
accepting,
fall in
or
love
rather
with rejection.
fall in love with rejection.
Hmm.
Rejection is one thing that has
Rejection
made
is
a lot
one
of
thing
people
that has made a lot of
end
people
the business
end
ideas they
the
had, or
business
even
ideas
stop
they
a
had,
business that they're
or
already
even
doing.
stop the business that
Probably
they're
they got
already doing.
rejection the first
Probably
time,
they
they
got
got
rejection
rejection
the
the
first
second
time.
time, the third time said, God forbid that they cannot go on. I was rejected the first time, I almost gave up on my dream. The second time, I said I wasn't going to go. I had to train. I paid heavily to train on mindset. I think I mentioned that earlier. So rejection was part of it. How to handle rejection. It's not everybody that can handle rejection. Rejection can throw you off balance. So you can imagine with all those rejections that were happening, I wasn't making sales. I wasn't happy. It wasn't a great feeling. It made me depressed at some point. Sometimes for almost 3-4 days, I won't show up. If anybody had followed me from when I came online 3 years ago, I was very epileptic. I was not consistent. Those times I didn't show up was because of low sales. If I don't make sale, I was shut down for 3 days. The only thing that can make me happy again is maybe when one sale now comes and now you see life will come back to me. But maybe after 2-3 days, no sale again. Oh my goodness. I'm like, what is this now? Is this the life I signed up for? So it took a while. I learned in the process. I learned from my mistakes until I started embracing mistakes. So when mistakes happen now, I take them as a learning ground for the next level. I now enjoy adversity because it's in adversity that you get experience. You get even beautiful ideas that can make you money. But sometimes people do not understand it. In fact, that's one big difference between the rich and the poor. Poor man would always complain about the situation of this, about rejection, about no sales, about getting people turning down the offers and then give up finally. The rich man will want to know why this did not happen. And in fact, turn adversity into advantage. A rich man will take that opportunity that you call it problem. The rich man calls it opportunities. And in those things you call challenges and problems, the rich man makes wealth, creates abundance out of it. What is happening in Nigeria now? Some poor mindset, people with mindset think it's a challenge, think it's a problem. Yes, it's okay to think that way, but it's actually not it. You should be thinking instead, what can I do? What can I leverage on now to make money? When COVID happened, people were complaining, others were making money. That's how it is. It will never be 100% okay for everybody. Some people will complain, some will cry, some will laugh. So now, presently, what I have learned that I'm doing and is working for me, I attend conferences, I attend breakfasts with whoever that is setting it up. I go to events and I sell the idea. It's called, I use elevator pitch to sell that idea. That got me when I'm asked to introduce myself. In 1 minute, I sell you what you can do to make money in this time. So when others are screaming dollar is 2,500, what is your business? Why? Even if it's daily bread is coming. So, of course, there were times when there were low moments. It was not a good experience. It was not a beautiful feeling. I don't even like talking about, but then, that was then. But now, I look back at those times and see the things that I would have done differently, and I smile. So, accepting those low moments will also help you even grow faster, get better, and smile more in life.
Thank you so much, Madam Rosemary, for that awesome response to that, because I also believe that there is no success without challenges. There is no, if you can make profits in business, also think about the on the other side of not making profit as well. How would you be able to handle such? And I'm glad you are able to find solace even when you weren't making profits at a particular point in time. So there will always be challenges in the midst of success. I still have a lot of questions for you, but because we have actually gotten to our timing, I would like to ask two questions to round up this conversation. I'd like to ask two questions to round it up. For our viewers that are watching us right now, are there things that you want to tell them that can help them get daily credit alert? What are those things you can suggest for them, young entrepreneurs watching us? What do you think that they can do, especially in this Tinubu regime now that we are now? What do you think they can venture in that can help them get, if at least they can make 2,000 naira daily? It could go a long way. What are those business ideas that you think that they can venture in, so we can help as many people that are seeking for survivor in a time like this, to curb the rate of begging, stealing, armed robbery in the country right now? The rate of people duping people in the country is becoming alarming. So what are those things that we can suggest for them to do that can give them at least a minimum of 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira in a day? Is this something that can help them going? What do you think, ma?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome. I get that
Awesome.
question
I
a
get
lot.
that question a
And
lot.
what
And
I'm going to share with them
what I'm
is
going
what
to
I
share
share
with
with
them
my
is what I
mentees
share
and
with
all
my
those under my coaching session. The truth is this: everything you do in life begins with the right mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, you will never survive, you will never succeed, you will never get anything done, you won't achieve results. Because already when your mindset is polluted, you have this mentality: Nigeria is bad, the economy is bad. Trust me, babe, anything you want to do, you see those negative voices, they'll keep singing it, and remember that the economy is bad though. So the best way to overcome, the first thing you need to do to make money daily, which is mindset, is to have the right mindset, the positive mindset. Kill completely, eliminate every negative mindset. Even if the economy is hard, affirm strongly. Affirmations are powerful. Affirmations are not carnally done. When you do them spiritually, I am big on affirmations, very big on affirmations. Before I leave, let me tell you one thing I do. Every day, I say I want to make not less than 100,000. I begin to affirm that today I must make not less than 100,000, because I am a money magnet, because I attract money, because I'm a person of value, because I'll give 20 reasons why I am deserving of that 100,000, because I'm hardworking, because I have products to sell. When I've given all the reasons that I am deserving of that money, I'll remind myself that the money I want to make is also looking for me, but it needs to see the right version of me before it can come to me. And once I affirm that, I go forth to map out strategies on how I can make that money. How do I do it? I do not sell my product to one, two, three persons. No. I begin to sell shamelessly. Whether people are tired of seeing my product is not my business, because you will always have a new customer every day. It's not everybody that sees your product every day. There's always a new eye, two new eyes, three new eyes. So because of those new people, you should put your products out there. And it's a mindset thing. So first and foremost, you have to have the right mindset before you can go to the next step. The second thing you would need to do after your mindset is to carve a niche for yourself. What do you want to do? Where is your strength? You can decide to use SWOT analysis to find out where truly you are. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities you see that can make you money daily? And what are the threats, obstacles that you've seen that could stop you from making that money? Weigh the options. Talk to somebody who you see as a mentor or a coach, or somebody who can, an accountability partner you can actually confide in to bring out the best in you. When you have carved that niche, build a community around it. I have communities for all my businesses. Daily Credit Alert has a community. Vintage Fabric has a community. Everything I do, I have a community for it. When you build that community, the reason is this: these are people of like minds who align with your values, who love what you do, who would want to buy. These are potential customers and prospects. So when you build that community, begin to nurture them with value. Give them the things they need to motivate them, inspire them, sell them solutions to the problems that they have. When you're ready to sell at number 4, they would buy. So at number 3, when you have built a community and nurture them with value, you look at number 4, which is what products can you create? And the product must be solution based. You don't package incompetence and mediocre and sell out there. No, it has to be solution based. And then create anticipation around it. Let them know, let this community know this thing is coming. I remember when I was creating anticipation for my vintage product, people anticipated that immediately the product landed, it didn't last 2 days, it was sold out. So you create an anticipation, just like what I said about my video course. The anticipation worked. So they're anticipating. So when it comes, it's a lot easier to say. And I tell people all the time, don't create before you sell. Sell before you create. What I did with the video product, I sold before I created. With the pre-order, the wait list, and all of that, over 100,000 came in. There was no product yet to but. So if it was even money that I needed to create that product, people would have paid for it. I would have used the people's money and now produce it. So nobody has an excuse to say money. No, you don't need money first to start little things like this that can give you money daily. It's a mindset. You believe you can. Then you create those products. What are these products you will create at number 5? Ebooks, video courses, webinars, coaching sessions, services that you offer. All of these things, using your experience, your skill, your talents, obsession, passion, knowledge, can create you products. At number 6, you also do not have to have a product before you can sell and start making 2,000 daily. Become an affiliate. Affiliates cash out daily. Those guys are balling. They are the real VIP. They're making money from. I am an affiliate, for instance. I even forgot to add that. I am an affiliate to a Colo product. Colo is this saving pot. I don't know, most people who follow me know I talk about it a lot. I save with Colo. Is a ceramic pot that helps you save money daily. You just keep saving until at the end, the 365 days, you break it open and take what you have. So people like to save with it too. So I'm an affiliate. I'm not the one who owns the product, but I'm selling it. So I didn't need money, or I didn't use money to start becoming an affiliate for that. No, I just went, discussed terms and conditions with the producer, and I started carrying. So if he's giving me at 5,000, I sell at 7,000, something like that. I'm making 2,000 from each of the colo. So if I sell 10, you know how much that is already. Then at number 6, or rather 7, when you become an affiliate, you find out that you make money daily. Number 7, you sell. Make posts, talk about these things. You can become a realtor. You don't have to own a land to sell a land, do you? No. You don't have to own a car to sell a car. That's what social media platforms are for. Just have a knowledge of that product and go and sell it. Commissions from lands now is not that's you would it would be like you went to rob a bank. Land that is not your own. No. You don't even know the history of the land. You meet somebody and they tell you this land is for this amount. You push, push, push and sell it. Man, you go home with 500,000, you know. That may not come out, but people still sell lands every day. What it means is that you can decide to become an affiliate to any product at all, but make sure you have a knowledge of that product. This is for those who do not want to create a product of theirs. So there is no excuse to say you don't have money to start. No. Become an affiliate. I have affiliates on my products and they're making money. Most of them have never created a product. Some affiliates have never created a product, but they're making 8 figures monthly. So you can think about that. And at least on my list, that the last one I would advise also is to ensure that you get a skill. If you already have a skill, but it's not to hone it, everybody with a skill can never go broke. So it's better to go selling a skill than go begging, because it's the same energy. The energy you used to beg is the same energy you used to sell. And if you become a person of value, people have known you as a solution provider, you won't beg for money. Before you even say, I want to sell, I want 2,000 naira, I want to make 2,000 naira today, you see people who are already buying. I'm creating an ebook, 15 mindsets that are keeping you broke. I've not created that ebook. People have started paying me for it. I shared it on my timeline a few days ago. I've already made how much out of a book? I don't even know how to start. Why? Because of my person. So it didn't start now. People have seen results. People now have the trust, like, and know factor, KTL or whatever they call it. And everybody's good. So if you have these 10 points in mind, even if you decide to use only one or two, there is no excuse not to make money daily. Because above all, you have all the tools that you need to make money every day, which is your brain and your knowledge. So sell it shamelessly.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you so much, Ma, for that revelation, for that eye-opening skills, things that you can do in order to make money. She mentioned, dear viewers, she mentioned going into real estate, selling of lands and properties. One sales of a land can make it look like you robbed the bank, just like she said. And you can also create courses, you can also write books, you can do so much more. You can put down your brain, your knowledge, what you know, as a course, as a book, or as a video too, and teach people. Before you know it, you will start making money on that thing that you know. And she also mentioned something on the importance of owning a skill. It's better to own a skill and sell it than begging, right? So what skills do you have? What skills do you need to go and learn? What extra thing do you need to learn in order to become more than what you are today, so that you can earn from it? Think about it and go learn it. That is only the way you can make money. It's more honorable to sell than to beg. He who is too big to sell is too small to beg. Or how do I put it? If you are too big to sell, you are too small to beg. So don't even think about the option of begging when you can actually sell. Thank you, Madam Rosemary, for that powerful insight. Briefly, this is the last question I would like to ask you, just briefly, and we'll call it a wrap for today's episode. Can you tell us what the Wet Creation Conference is all about, coming up in April and July, if I'm not mistaken? Briefly, 2 minutes. Tell us what it
Okay.
is. So those that are interested and want to be a part of it can attend. Just 2 minutes.
All right.
Thank you, ma.
Wealth Creation Conference, the
Well,
name
Christian
itself has already,
Conference, the
to an
name
extent,
itself
told
has
you what
already,
it's about.
to an extent,
It's
told
a
you what it's
platform
about.
that teaches you
It's a
how
it's
to
a
create
platform that
wealth
teaches
through
you how
knowledge.
to create
So
wealth
in the
through
conference, we
knowledge.
bring
So,
industry
and the conference
experts
will
and
bring
people who have
industry
done
experts
amazing
and
jobs,
people who have
who
done
are
amazing
wealthy, who
jobs,
have
who are
succeeded in their
wealthy, who
different
have succeeded
walks
in
of
their
life,
different
real estate,
walks of life,
blogging,
real estate,
health,
blogging,
name
health,
it,
name it,
businesses and all that. They come
businesses
and
and all
teach you
that. They
because, I
come
mean,
and teach you because,
knowledge
I
is not
mean,
power. It's the application of knowledge that is power. So if you learn these things from this industry experts and then you implement them, there is no how you will not start making money. So it's a personal development conference that empowers you with the right tools to go home if there is somewhere poverty has been designated in your DNA. You eliminate it through knowledge, because when you learn how to make money, you will definitely implement and you start seeing results. So at the conference, we have um, confirmed our speakers for the virtual conference happening on 26th, 27th, and 28th of April 2024. That one is a virtual conference and it will be streamed live on YouTube. Details we'll keep posting details from now going. We've started revealing our speakers. But then the main conference is on the 27th of July. That one is not just like what we did at the first edition. This second one is going to run for almost 5 days, because at the first and second day we have pitchathon, people with great ideas who are looking for money to start up or expand their businesses. We'll give them opportunity to sell their ideas to the world, because it will be live streamed. You don't know if it's MTN that would like your idea and buy it. You don't know if it's Glow. You don't know if it's Zenny. We don't know which big company will spot you and take you up. So, but that pitchathon will happen for 2 days, and the winner would go home with, we're looking at between 1 million to 500, but there is a star prize for whoever it is, the lucky person, the second prize, and also the third prize. Then 5 consolation prizes. That will be on the 22nd and 23rd of July. On the 24th, we have the clinic affairs, where everybody can come in, run health check. Health is wealth. Without health, wealth is nothing. So you come in, there are doctors who would speak to us on different aspects of our health, why we should do what we have to do, exercise, eat, everything about health on that Thursday. Then on Friday, which is the 26th, we would be having a visitation to the orphanage. But this time around, we're looking at the prisons. We'll be partnering with an NGO that would help us just go and extend this love to those who are less privileged and all of that. So that's like what's going to herald the main event on Saturday, which is 27th. And we have beautiful, amazing speakers. I'm not revealing them here right now, but of course, everybody knows that Ugochukwu Mogu will be there. That's our founding father, the wealth creation master himself, right? And then a tone and lineup of other very amazing, inspiring speakers. We'll gather them together on that Saturday. And for all of you, the goal is for you to become a wealth creator, even in times like this. That's the theme of this year's conference: becoming a wealth creator, thriving in an uncertain economy.
uncertain economy.
So the economy is not too
So the
good,
economy
but
is
you
not
will
too good,
definitely create
but you
wealth
will
if
definitely
you
create well
attend
if you
those
attend
conferences.
those
Thank you.
conferences.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Ma, for such a powerful insight. That is a very massive program. You said 5 days. 5 days you are
Yeah.
going to do the
Yeah.
physical one. Why the virtual one will take place in April. Dear viewers, are you listening? Are you hearing everything that she's saying? It's going to be a power pack program, especially if you are based in Abuja. If you are based in Abuja, this is an opportunity for you to be there. How I wish I'm in Abuja. How I wish I'm in Abuja. I would have been there. Honestly, I love events as this. So imagine I'm missing such a powerful event. Anyway, if you are if you're an Abuja resident currently listening to us now, make it a date with our conference and be there. Imagine she's saying there will be medical checkup, there will be a visitation to the prison, there will be pitch chatting for 2 days, there will be the conference itself. Oh, and you also have business ideas you want to pitch. You're going on with a helping sum of 1M. Just find yourself to that place. Anyhow, just be there. Be there and watch how your life will transform to the next level. Thank you, Madam Rosemary, for coming to this show today. Thank you for honoring my invite. I feel so fulfilled. I feel so happy having you on this show today. And I'm very sure that my audience, the viewers, have gained so much more from you. How I wish I had enough time to ask you all the questions that I've prepared for you, but I believe they will get to know more about you and what to do if they attend the conference or attend the virtual event. So, Ma, this is what I want to do. I want you to do for us. For the virtual event, I don't know if there is an application for them to apply, any application link for them to apply. You can drop it in the comment section of this live video. So those people that are interested, that want to catch up live, even if they cannot travel down for the physical one, they can as well attend the live event, the virtual event. Kindly help us drop it in the comments for them to register. If there is any registration link, they should register ahead of April. Dear viewers, don't miss it. Like you heard that. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. I am done with you.
Thank you.
I am done with you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye. So, viewers, you can see that it was an amazing session with our guest, Madam Rosemary Chioma Obi. It's awesome, as you have always seen. Episode 1, 2, 3, as you see today, has been an amazing ride. Don't miss the next one. If you don't want to guess who our next guest will be, our next guest will take you on another journey of a unique story. You have to be there, and please share this video to bless others that need to learn from this experience that has been shared here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Till I come your way again, I'm Maureen Ike, the delectable host of the Yes Initiative Conversation. Yes is the acronym for Young Entrepreneur Spotlight. I'll see you next week again. Bye.